Oh, it's Dennis Quaid!
Oh, Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid. Wait.
I just came in to congratulate.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Dippity.
I'd like to congratulate you two. I was there at the show.
Nice.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I was like, I was row M, straight in the middle.
Nice.
Everyone was throwing footballs at us, and they completely missed me. I didn't get a football at all.
What's going on? Why am I spinning?
Mr. Beast throwing shit.
Why am I doing this?
Yeah, that was cool.
Football too. I don't know what you're and some dollar bills. That was fun.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, throwing footballs was fun. Like, I haven't thrown like a football in a while, especially like when you're allowed to just throw it as far as you want. That's fun to do. Like, I don't have to go get it. Yeah, that was fun.
So many of them, one went to the right of me, one went to the left. It's like, I was at the right spot. Everyone was throwing them exactly. Tony threw one. It's like, all of y'all threw them at about the same distance.
Wait, you were there?
Like, completely. Yeah, I was there.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. So, Brian, I have to ask you, man, were you nervous? Were you nervous, like when it was coming up to it?
Of course I wasn't nervous, dude. That was fucking ridiculous.
You weren't.
And
You weren't
especially if you.
He was nervous.
No, I said I was. No, I was nervous, but
you were.
But
okay.
I don't know if you heard my story. If like on Virtual Red Band 1, that was way worse. Like that was way worse than that. Like Janice to me was like, oh no, like this is so comfortable. Where the other one was like, I'm being forced to do this. I don't know what to do.
Hell yeah.
Before the show, I was like, I'm nervous.
Now, Janice,
About my minute.
did you see that coming? Like, how long until like I stood up did it like really snap in? That you're like,
I
oh.
thought you were trolling me at first. That's a big joke on old Janice.
Like when I stood up, the whole audience. By the way, when I stood up, that was the weirdest thing. When I stood up, the audience out of nowhere all just starts going. Like they all started exploding. Like just when I went like that, and I'm like, "Hey, Janet." So I'm glad you're here because we got to get to the bottom of something that's been bothering all of us for the last 24 hours. A lot of these guys didn't even have a good Christmas because they've been thinking about it so much. And it's why out of nowhere, I mean, this is like a huge red flag for a lot of urban kids. Out of nowhere, you were like, I want to play the video game L.A. Noire. Like, why out of nowhere you just wanted to play some random ass game? You don't play video games that much, and why some random ass video game?
Because we were talking about video games with Derek Poston and John Heff at Mothership, and John brought up LA Noir, and he was like describing it and made it sound really good, and so that made me want to play it.
And you played it on the Steam
They
Deck.
got a VR port of that, I believe.
Yeah, they do. They have a VR port of it for sure. You played on the Steam Deck, and it looked amazing. Like, did they recently come out with a remake of it, or was that the original graphics? Because I don't even remember playing it. I guess that's the original graphics, just with higher. It's on the Steam Deck. It could probably be at high resolution because that game's older. Anyone know? No?
I think if from what I understand, I don't think they've remastered it, but the facial animations were all captured at really high fidelity. Albeit a low frame rate, but I think that kind of lends itself to how well it looks.
Also, it was a tiny
Looking better on a better
screen
device.
that I'm playing on.
Well, yeah. But still, like a handheld. You're playing it on a handheld. You could always play it on a laptop. You can even, by the way, we have a Steam Deck. You could literally plug that Steam Deck into our TV and play with a Xbox controller.
Wow. You did
Hey,
that?
buddy, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Hey, buddy, happy birthday. I just woke up from the dead. I just woke up from the dead. Hey, buddy, happy
Just got out of a
birthday.
meeting.
Oh, yeah? A meeting? Who has meetings?
Yeah.
Who has meetings this time of the year? That's just a cunt, is what they call it in
It's just
Australia.
working for yourself.
He has a meeting with himself.
I
That
just
means
got-
he just took a shit and masturbated at the same time.
No, I just got a Sony 4-head VCR dropped off.
Oh. A Sony
It's the third one I've got now.
Sony head
4-head.
forehead. Sony head
I got
forehead.
a 6-head and a JVC
What are,
2-head.
what are you talking about? What is a VR?
VCRs.
VCRs.
I've got it.
VCRs.
Yeah.
Oh, you becoming retro with the VCR tech?
Yeah, let's go with that.
All right. I used to have the cream of the crop Sony VCR back in the day. It was like literally the best VCR you could buy in like 1990. Let's say 2. 19.
Consumer or linear editor?
No, just a high-end home
Consumer,
theater VCR.
That the one that had picture-in-picture and stuff with it?
Yeah. Who remembers that? Let's not talk about VCRs.
Yeah, sorry, that was tangent.
Jesus fudge. Do they celebrate Christmas in Australia, or do they are like, no, there's no such thing as Santa Claus. It's all about kangaroos and boomerangs.
We call it Dingmas.
Dingmas.
Yeah, everyone goes to the beach. Everyone goes to the beach because it's fucking hot.
Everyone goes to the beach.
It's kind of fun. Christmas in Australia is fun because it's hot and you need to drink beer to survive, and yeah, get in the fucking soup and go gamble your luck getting eaten by a shark on Christmas. Good fun.
You know, I will admit, I've had a breakthrough when it comes to Australians lately, and it's how much I love Australian women voices.
Oh mate, if you like Australian women voices, you need to watch the fucking dash cams, and you can listen to Australian women calling people cunts. It's just
I don't like that kind. I like,
mate, you have to hear
I
it.
like,
It's so real.
I like classic, polite, like above.
Not your kind.
Yeah, not your kind. I'm talking more of like a Sydney.
Sydney cunt.
Yeah, I want a good Sydney one.
Fucking hell, Jade. Look at these snobs.
No, we gotta have one of us mud people. Why don't you like us mud people, Brian? You don't like
Have you ever heard of Housos, like a TV show
Nope.
out of oh mate. Yeah,
Wait,
that's-
are we getting back into this? No, I'm trying to get out of this. Holy fuck, you bitch. God damn, son of
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, you son of a bitch. And so no one in this whole group did anything exciting, like no stories like, oh, grandma farted and blew it in my face, like nothing. Wait,
I just
I guess I
heard
have a
fun
mild.
stories from family.
you just heard fun stories like on speakerphone or something?
No, I was with family, just talking.
Oh, cool.
My grandpa's super old, and he's got a piss bag. And
Oh, no.
my cousin
Yeah.
thought it'd be a fun time to take him to a very classy restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And he walked in with his piss bag, and the manager like freaked out.
Oh, no.
They set him in the back, and they made him exit out the back.
No fucking way. That's hilarious.
Yeah, dude.
Rude of them.
That is hilarious.
Discrimination.
Dude, that's, yeah, but honestly, to be honest, that's like free VIP service. Like if I come in with a piss bag and I get let out the back door so I don't get recognized and shit with my girl after I eat, like fake piss bags might be the way to go.
Just a little Gatorade in the back.
Yeah, just a little Gatorade in there.
Apple juice for the road.
Mm-hmm. Road juice.
How old
So
is your
either way,
grandpa?
he's like 98. So the present they got him was like a little bag that he can wear, like a purse that he puts his little piss bag in.
Oh,
so
it's so
not recognized.
gross.
It should be in a fanny pack, really.
Yeah.
Wait, why do they care so much if you can't even see it?
Well, he had it out. Like he was wearing it on his hip.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why did he have it out?
He's in a
Like,
wheelchair.
You could see the yellow?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's old. He
Janice.
doesn't care.
Janice with the hard-hitting questions.
She
Can
might
you
go on
see
the
the
side of it.
yellow?
Get a little, like, duvet.
Can you see the yellow and red?
Dolce & Gabbana.
Can you see the boba in it? That's fucked up. You know, they should
I
make
want to see
they,
people doing a catwalk with piss bags.
they should make an invention, like Tesla should make an invention for old people that need piss bags that just attach to your dick and it like evaporates it and like makes it like humidity. Like he's like a humidifier everywhere he goes. And maybe put like a mint smell to it.
Just be
So,
like piss rooming.
Yeah, but it's like a mint. It's like that same smell they throw on like vomit. You know, like that mint vomit shit they throw. It smells like that every time. Like he's like an old person's vaping pee around you. I need to remember that vaping pee around you. Janice, remind me that one.
Write it down.
And Janice, I need to remember that, Janice, for me. You sweet angel.
I'm gonna text it to you.
All right.
Vaping.
On the one hand, you'd be like, "This is minty fresh in the air," and I breathed it in a little bit, which is refreshing. However, that's piss particulates.
Yep.
And you know, old people would be like, "Yeah, that's my piss."
Yep. I guess if if it's subscription based, you can like have new flavors. Like, oh, if you don't want it to smell like that shit you put on vomit, you can make it smell like lavender or fresh sheets, like fresh laundry. Oh God! If you walked around and you smelled like fresh linen everywhere you go, yes, please, can I suck in your pee vapors? I will do all this all day. Like,
Women be trying to fold
Probably
you all the
easy.
time.
God.
Probably.
Or they got fresh cooked cookies, like fresh baked cookies. Oh yeah.
Oh, sick.
Oh yeah.
Chocolate chip delight.
Damn
Piss bag.
darn. Janice, anyways, we've all been waiting to ask you the next question, which is what was your favorite Christmas memory this year?
Oh boy. This is the worst Christmas of my life.
Why was it the worst Christmas of your life, Janice?
Well, I was sick as hell. That's one thing.
Like what kind of sick?
Actually, I was starting to get kind of better at this point, but like to the point where I started to feel like myself again. Like I had energy and the will to live, and I could like clean up the dog pee.
Yes.
So I had energy to clean up the dog pee.
Yep.
That I really did not have it. I was so sick. I didn't even have it in me to clean up a dog pee off the ground.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Luckily, I played video games growing up, so it was just like Pitfall. I just stepped around like, Janice, you better get better soon. Janice, what do you, I don't know if you saw my top tech of the year, my top favorites. My number one ended up being the 8 Sleep. It's been like 2 weeks since we've been using it, maybe longer. What do you think so far? Is that your top tech of the year?
I like it. And it's actually very motivating also to get better sleep.
Yep. Yeah, once you have the facts and the statistics, it's kind of like a game. It's like any other game.
I mean, I've always wanted to get better sleep, but it helped me see just how ridiculous my sleep schedule is. And so, for the past few, like you'll get like 3 days of bad sleep and you don't realize it. You just like feel it in your body and you're just not you. You're cranky, you're dumber, you're feeling
Snickers.
bad about life and yourself. Yeah, you're like
Falling asleep at your desk.
And you don't realize it, but it's actually because, yeah, dude, you got 2 weeks in a row where you got 3 nights of bad sleep a week. And that's fucking you up. So you see that and you're like, oh, I'm gonna make it a point to sleep good tonight and the rest of the week. And it helps.
Yep. It's data that you think you know in the back of your head, but you're just guesstimating. And then once you actually have legit data, you're like, oh God, yeah, that makes sense. That data makes sense. Yeah, I'm an asshole. I need to sleep better.
And by the way, when
But I will say, while she thinks about that, I will say I wish, like, I had the technology on my couch, because I take a lot of naps on couch, so it's not fair, because, like, I'll sleep on the couch for a good 2-hour chunk, and, like, I'm, like, deep REM. I'm, like, all the forms of sleep. Like, it's the best ever. And then Janice will wake me up and be like, Brian, I know you're in deep sleep right now, but do you want to like go to bed? Like, you should just go to bed. And then I'll be like, okay. And then I'll then when I lay down, it's like, oh, you started like in a frantic mode and you never really got back into deep sleep as strong as you did on that couch. Like, it doesn't know I had that. So it fucks with your sleep score and everything. So there's some variables that I wish, I could like combine. Like, I wish I could like.
That's why you should just take your naps in bed.
Yeah.
Like I do.
I like the idea of being like not 100%. Because if I just sleep, every time I want to take a nap, I go to bed and sleep. I feel like I'm a piece of shit. But if I'm on the couch, it's like, no, that's a nap. That's a proper nap, guideline nap. like it's not about quality. It's about quantity.
No, you knock out hardcore on the couch.
Yeah, it's my favorite. We have like the best couch ever. It's actually better than our bed in some way because it's so cushy that if I get perfectly in the corner and I'm sleeping on like what's a plushie, an anime plushie, and it's wrapped around my head, and then I have my arm on one of those square pillows that suck, and then I have a female body pillow around me, like for pregnant women. Like, there's a perfect way.
By the way, it's the disgustingest body pillow ever now.
You shut up. You shut your mouth. And Then on top of it, I got a Martha Stewart blankie with the silky on the end, and I put it around my ear. Oh, like I'll sleep in that corner.
Brian's nest.
Yeah, it's my nest.
It's Brian's nest.
Yeah, it's my nest. Leave me alone. But that's way better than any bed because I'm making like an animal raccoon, like a nest around me, like a nest, like a bunny nest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think you need to team up with 8 Sleep and get them to make an 8 nap for your couch.
Yeah, no, they need 8 Sleep needs a couch cover, and it's really easy. It's just like a yoga mat that you put on your fucking couch.
Mm-hmm.
Really easy. If they don't bring that out and it has to connect with the 8 Sleep bed. By the way, this is free advice from to you, 8 Sleep. I just want 1% and a free one. But if you put this out, like you had to have it connect and like, oh, you took a nap. That adds up. Like, what's the math of that nap adding up to my 8 Sleep? Nerd shit.
Might even tell you if you're sleeping too much.
Hey, you asked that question to like one of those poor people tribes somewhere. That's like so white privilege.
That's me.
Mm-hmm. It's like I wish I could be in love with Godzilla. I wish I even knew who Godzilla was. I had a TV that knew who Godzilla was. Oddballs
I
here.
wonder if it's because he has huge feet.
Janice, remember when Oddball was in love with Godzilla?
Not see it then.
None of us have seen it yet. I want to see it. I want to see it so bad.
See it?
No.
Is it out to stream by yet? Is it out to stream by yet?
What?
Is it out to like stream by? Like, can I buy it on iTunes?
I don't know.
I think it's still in theaters.
Yeah, but you know, most movies nowadays, like, oh, you could pay $25, you know.
Yeah.
So Bobby Lay's review. It sounded good.
Bobby said it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone I've heard said it's the best Godzilla movie ever. It's one of the best movies ever. Like, it's not even a Godzilla movie. It's just a great fucking movie. Like, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it again. Like,
You're going to make me fall in love with Godzilla, Oddball.
Oddball, have you seen King Kong? Or what was that movie with Jack Black?
She's super funny.
That's King Kong.
That's King Kong with Jack Black.
Yeah.
That's one of the King Kongs. Not really.
You haven't seen that?
Janice, a horrible movie, Janice.
It's a great movie.
What are you talking about? You are a baby. That's your Goonies. That's your Gremlins. Have you seen Godzilla with Jack Black? That's your Goonie Gremlins. Back to the Future.
You're jumping to conclusions, Brian.
I have a mat for that.
Oddball, if you were into
Not jumping
Godzilla, you
conclusions,
should
man.
watch King Kong because that's the original giant
Office
monster
Space.
that
Mhm.
people might have felt weirdly attracted to.
oh.
What is she talking about?
Wow. Give it like I would have to make it fair and like see it in a theater or something. Like I can't just watch it on my phone or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
There was a movie where King Kong versus Godzilla. You get to pimp out on both of them at the same time.
You could watch it in VR for free at an IMAX screen. And you'll say, "Hey, my battery's about to die" within about 40 minutes. Toe, you recently saw Toe. So I said this earlier. Toe is a lot younger than me, but one of my favorite things is telling or finding out that she hasn't seen like huge movies that I think everyone has seen in, like Star Wars or Indiana Jones and Back to the Future and all the classics. And she has never seen half of them. And so when I first started dating her, one of my favorite things was like going through my list and going, wait, you haven't seen the Goonies? Oh! And it almost 100%, there's been a few movies, but almost 100%, she hated them, thought they were gay and boring, and like Janice, do you remember any of the movies that we have seen that you did like? Like you hated most of them.
Oh yeah. So last night, or was it last night? We saw A Christmas Story.
She's never seen A Christmas Story. What the fuck?
Or like, you know, parts of it.
that's
Never.
wild.
Oh my gosh.
I thought it was
Yeah, that's
boring.
Crazy, man.
She thought it was boring as fuck.
And weird
The only
soundscape.
scene I thought was
wrestle crap.
fun was when his little retarded brother was like, I can't put my arms down. I can't put my hands.
That's adorable. That's adorable.
Mom tries to get him to eat food, and she's like,
Janice, you know, that was my thing. You know, Janice, that was my thing. Like, I don't know, when I was maybe in my early 20s, in front of the whole, like, family and extended family, I would be the one that would, like, start going and, like, do that in my mashed potatoes. Like, we would all joke about it, about Christmas Story, and talk about it at the dinner table. Like every year, oh, let's watch Christmas Story later. And then I go, and like, oh, Brian, you're reenacting a part of that movie that we all enjoy.
My girl does the 24 hours of Christmas Story.
Oh my
It
gosh.
just stays on all
Oh
Christmas
my
Day.
God.
Listen
Yeah.
to Wizard of Oz.
Sounds like a hell. Like, you know what?
I gotta-
It's not angry. It doesn't hurt you to watch it. There's nothing negative. Like, it's the best movie to sleep to, probably. It is so in the background. Like, what's it called? Lo-fi. What's that music called, Janice? That, like, we clicked on something on Disney Plus. Yeah, Disney Plus the other day. We clicked on something. It was just a cat sleeping. And on Disney Plus, it was just a cat sleeping with music. Like, I was like, what the fuck? They have this shit on Disney Plus now?
Hip-hop Christmas Story,
Yeah.
Relax Study too.
Yeah, it was just a cat. An ugly cat.
Yeah.
From Star Wars or something.
Good title.
Ugh.
I did 3 months of Christmas carols working in like an arcade in the city, and I can't do Christmas carols now. I'll handle one, and then if it gets to the second one, I just have to walk outside and start drinking. It just hurts. Like
Yeah.
it's a full mental scar.
Yeah. I get it. But the Christmas Story, overall, Janice hated, and it really, like, woke me up, though, because halfway through, she was on her phone, like, playing a game on her phone. I'm like, Janice, you gotta be I don't need to see this again. I'm watching
Was it fruit
this.
match?
I'm watching this with you, like, on, like, as a, like I'm being polite. What's it called? Like I'm being romantic? Like, oh, I'm watching this movie with you. I have seen this movie 430 times, and you're just on your phone playing Hungry Hippos or whatever you're doing. I'll show my age. And you,
Dropper.
Fruit Drop. Yeah, Fruit Dropper. And you're like, I'm bored. And when she said that, I'm like, yeah, I guess I would be bored too if I just watched this today. Like, if I had never seen this, I'd be pretty bored. Like, this is like a really boring ass movie. Good acting, like good production, like it's adorable, but still kind of like pretty boring. Like, even like, what's that Miracle on, like, oh, hi. Oh, that guy, like, even that movie was like more entertaining than, yeah. Like, that movie was more entertaining than Christmas Story. I don't know why Christmas Story just took off so much. It's like a boring ass fucking movie.
The whole story is he wants to get a BB gun.
The boomers.
And everyone tells him he's gonna shoot his face, and then he shoots his face.
Right.
Yes.
Shoot your eye out.
Yep.
Oh my
I think
god.
Die
really
Hard's
did
a
that
better
kid
Christmas
a
movie.
lot.
Everyone thinks Die Hard's a better Christmas story, including
Forced to sing in the choir.
Stud Muffin the Gimp.
One.
Stud Muffin the Gimp from Pulp Fiction. He hides in the basement. He gets fucked in the ass. It's What's up, Stud Muffin?
That is this is rumors spread by
Whatever.
paparazzi.
Stud
Don't
Muffin the
listen to
Gimp.
them.
Uh,
Hey, what's up, Bobby? What's up, Jay? I see you over there waving at me. What's up, everybody? How about that, Bert? Okay. We got Bobby Fred, Zen, Blondie. What's up, homie?
Bam!
Man,
Hey, you son, you dirty whore. What are you doing, baby?
Just, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, just shooting some b-ball outside of the school.
We were just talking about Janice had never seen A Christmas Story, and so I watched it with her on Christmas, and she was bored halfway through, and I kind of agreed with her, and it's like, wait a second, have we been hypnotized by The Christmas Story?
I mean, it was kind of funny the first time I saw it, but then it's...
Was it, though?
500 million
Was it, though? Like,
Yeah.
did you see it and, like, you bought Christmas Story toys or a poster? No! But when I saw, like, Star Wars or Gremlins or E.T., I was like, I need merch! I need merch!
Actually, I did buy the leg lamp.
Well, I guess that's... I agree, but that's pre-internet. Yeah, that's pre-internet. It's just sexy. I don't know.
Oh, leg
Yeah.
lamp's so weird too.
Janice never saw the leg lamp before.
I think it's weird.
It's a leg lamp. You get to rub it.
It also set up the classic Chinese dinner at Christmas.
Oh yeah. Now that's when I did.
I've
That's
actually seen that scene before.
that's when I did learn that Asian people never closed on holidays because they're the devil.
Rah, 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 rah.
Rah, rah, rah. Kill a duck like Donald Duck. Rah, 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 rah. Hey, wait, can we all do the Donald Duck sound? All right, let's go by one. Let's start off with Zen. Zen, can you do the Donald Duck sound with your mouth? All right, that's pretty good. I give that out a 4 out of 10. That's a 4 out of 10. Blondie's here, hiding in the back with his robot head. Blondie, can you do the Donald Duck sound with your mouth? Wow. That's actually really good. I give that a 7 out of 10. Coming up next, we got Netflix Bandit. Well, I haven't seen Netflix Bandit in a while. Hiding in the shadows, Dave Lucas of VR. Netflix Bandit, what can you do a Donald Duck? Or you know what I'm talking about.
First time I ever tried, so let's try it.
All right.
That's what I got.
No, that was a wave form. That was a wave. Do it again. Well, now your audio's off.
What the hell?
Oh, hello?
Hello? Now try it one more time.
There it is.
Well, you know what? You're too shy for my liking.
It's more like a queef.
Yeah, you're too shy for my liking. I'm giving you a 2. Shane, I know you're like right now you're trying to be like a Beauty and the Beast, Jason Rouse. What are you, like inside like a lantern? Like what the fuck is this? Horse. What's that? Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Is that what it is? Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Is that a thing?
I'm the man in the box.
All right, Shane.
Headless Horseman.
Headless Horseman. Yeah. Shane, what is? Can you do your voice, please?
I don't do this duck thing.
All right.
I'll
Well, try to do your best. Not bad.
That's all you get.
Not bad. That's actually a 2. That's actually it too. Just like Netflix banned it. You guys are close together
being nice.
on purpose. Yeah.
Shameful.
Yeah. All right. I know. Stud. I know.
I don't know.
It's a grading game. All right, Boba. I feel like Boba. This is like the thing. Oh God, why are you in the dark? Like Boba, get off that couch.
I'm in the dark. I don't know I'm in the dark.
Boba, you still not in VR right now? Oh, your avatar's just really dark. I think. Hold on. Maybe I can do Illuminati. Nope, I'm not in that avatar. I'm in the wrong avatar. All right, Illuminati, fake Illuminati. Do you do
Not a great Donald Duck, but I can kind of make.
All right,
noise.
let's hear it.
There we go.
Oh, I mean, that's pretty good. You know what? I'm gonna give you a 3. I'm gonna give you a 3 because that's a good starting point. Like you got the groundwork already done, where you can I think improve. And I know you. Before me ask the next person, I gotta change into my. I gotta change him into my Illuminati. Illuminati. All right.
Whoa.
Jaybird, I feel like. Oh, fuck, that's really bright.
Seriously, right.
Radiation Aussie.
I feel like.
You had anything to drink tonight, Jaybird?
Jaybird, I feel like you
can only do.
you have a nice one.
I feel like I can only do like a sick Donald Duck.
Oh.
Like.
Oh. Well, that's a 2.
Yeah.
That's a 2. As an engineer, I know you can improve. Nope. All right. Now you're just embarrassing the whole family. Jade. I feel like Jade might have this. Jade's a creative person. Wow.
That was good.
That's actually really good. Now I don't think he can talk like that. I think he just I think he just had a seizure.
Sounds pissed off.
Okay, I give this a solid 7. I think that's a solid base, and also I think Jada's very creative, so he can get better at it, and that's a good starting point, Jade. Oddball, you've given so much sloppy blowjobs to Godzilla your whole life. Yeah. I feel like you should be really good at this.
Go after Jade. This is so bad.
Whatever,
I can't do this.
All right, well, try your hardest.
I've never tried.
Try your hardest. Right?
Okay, I'm gonna try.
All right, here you go.
What should I say?
Just say hello, Brian. Just say hello, Brian.
Brad? No.
Wow.
No, I can't do it.
Wow, that sound like evil. That sound like evil. Like.
Just kidding.
That's like Blair Witch shit.
That's
yeah, that's like.
Scary.
Yeah. All right. Hey. No, Oddball. Can you say? Oddball? Can you just say Godzilla would be mine sometime?
Oh my God.
Try it in Donald Duck.
I don't think so.
Try it in Donald Duck. Try it.
No, just.
Please,
No,
please,
no.
please.
No, I can't even say one Donald.
No. Just say Godzilla will be mine sometime.
So disappointed.
Daddyzilla.
Oh my God! Well, Jaybird talked over it. Yeah. Goddamn, we gotta edit. We gotta pay $20,000 for Jaybird's voice to get out of there. So now that you've said it out loud, Oddball, we are in the studio. We're about to make the movie. What is your final Godzilla will be mine sometime?
Yeah, Godzilla will be mine sometime.
Mm-hmm.
I would not say it in a Donald Duck voice because.
No. This is you're playing a role.
That's
You're playing a role. You're playing a role. You're just playing a role.
Oh, no.
No. See, like God's like no. No. This film we are directing is actually like the hero is Godzilla, and so when you say that, it's a battle of love, like for Godzilla. All right, everyone, quiet on the set. We got to hear Godzilla. You will be mine sometime, and Donald Duck voice.
No, this is not the question.
Clapper.
We're doing Donald Duck voices, and I did mine.
Yeah, but we had a really expensive fuck up from a high paid engineer. Yeah, we're trying to save his job. You know, like it's all right. Quiet on set. 3, 2, 1.
What? Oh, you're still talking to me? What?
All you have to say is
Donald Duck, bro.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna push you anymore. We're gonna go to China. We're gonna go to China. It takes a long. Yeah, you did it so good the first time. We just want to hear a re-recording of it because we had a top-paying engineer fuck up the whole entire thing. He totally was acting like an Australian right now. All right, here we go.
What?
3, 2, 1.
Saying what now?
Godzilla, I love you. I couldn't remember. No, guys, we have finished our shoot, guys. Let's give it up. It's got a lot of people think it's going to be the next Napoleon Dynamite. Yep. Amazing. Wow. Oddball coming through with home run after home run with your love for Godzilla. Now, do you think
romantic.
Like, all right, so you love the movie Godzilla -1, and honestly,
See it again.
I
saw it that one time.
honestly, I think the attraction is the title because when I first heard it, I was like, oh my God, Godzilla had a miscarriage. Like, what does Godzilla -1 mean? Like, is it spoiling? Or is it like Godzilla, like his baby died and his baby had belly?
Well, yeah, it does kind of make sense, though.
-1 tooth.
Wow.
Dude, it's awesome.
What was it, Mothra's?
Oh.
No, if you haven't seen it, that's a problem.
God, now I have to see it because I feel sad. Interesting. All right, let's move on.
Okay, now you're gonna be like, wait, this is horrible. I'm gonna be like, oh, it's.
Calm down.
Whoops.
Calm down,
It
Odd.
wasn't that good.
Odd,
Okay,
calm
sorry.
down.
It was great.
Odd, do you have a weighted blanket at your house?
Si, senor.
You do. Do you enjoy it or do you hate it?
Yeah, I hate.
You hate the weighted blanket. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you keep it in your
No,
house
I
though, so you can like look at it and throw things at it when you're mad.
Super bad.
Yeah. All right.
No, I bought it for my kids.
Oh.
And
It's either to raggle them up.
I just.
Hey, they're running around. Throw a weighted blanket, like a 75-pound weighted blanket on them. Can you imagine hitting your kids so much and you just threw a weighted blanket at them so they would stop crawling around like babies? You just put a weighted blanket on your babies? Oh my God. Janice, write it down.
Totally imagine that.
Dry drowning.
Already, if there's something, if there's something on the bed, it's just annoying. It's like, ew. I don't want more stuff on the bed.
Right.
It's like, ew.
Some people like the weighted shit or the heat. Like Janice likes the heat. She actually likes sleeping on like a heated blanket pretty much every night. Like she likes to cook herself. And I'm like going to bed sweating my ass off every night. And I'm like, oh, I want to be cold. Like I want to go in the freezer and sleep like a dead person. Do you sleep hot or cold, Oddball? I think anyone that's in love with...
Yeah, I don't know. I'm freezing all the time lately.
Wow, well, you are a woman.
I've been sleeping with all of my clothes on. Like, for the past, like, couple weeks. I don't know. I'm freezing. I'm just like, I don't know.
Oddball, I don't need the answer. That was just
I guess I'm cold.
That's a trick question. That's what I ask girls when I meet them at a bar or something, just to see if they're actually a woman. If you ever meet a girl, it's like, oh, I like it fucking cold at night. And then I'm like, something's not right here, you know?
Oh God.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Wait, your
Oh
circulation works?
gosh.
You know, lady.
You ain't no lady. Interesting. Anyone got any new worlds that we should check out? Oh, by the way, last thing, Jaybird, I finally pre-ordered a Cybertruck. Sorry to add to your numbers.
What?
I thought by the time I get mine, all the shit will be fixed. There'll probably be a new update. There'll probably some shit they want to add later. That, you know what I mean? Like, it's might as well just. It's when you want to put your name in line. And last night I was like, I think it's time to put my name in line about here. Like, this will give me like a good like leeway. Like, oh, I'm going to probably get the second version of this and the second version of this. They're probably going to do this.
Dude, that thing's gonna be so dope. Oh my God, I want the freaking Cybertruck so bad, man.
It's so cool. I've been in a deep dive of looking at Cybertruck videos recently on YouTube, and I can't stop. And I really like, somebody wrapped it with green the other day, and just the green look of it, amazing. The first time I saw, like, army green matte. Nice. Wraps are gonna be nice.
You should make yours 80s style to match your comedy club logo.
Get like a warthog wrap.
No, that's what this army green matte looked like. It looked like they made a warthog. That's exactly why it looks so nice.
Awesome.
I think the first thing you'll notice and you'll be impressed by is how quickly it turns.
Yeah.
How like it acts almost like a go-kart.
Well, that's also no. It's got wire steering or whatever, like airplanes.
The rear wheels.
Yeah,
as well.
but they need to like hone down the tuning of that, because I've heard a lot of reviewers that say it's too. I guess there's different versions of the steering out there, like firmwares, and there's people that's like, this is too much. Like, I feel like, you know, like it's like jiggly, twitchy, and then there's different versions. Right. I know it changes like speed, but we're talking about slide. No, I'm talking about. Wait. I'm talking about slow driving around parking lots. It's too like twitchy, and I guess it's like there's. Anyways, supposedly they're going to hone that down, but that's one thing that people have been saying, getting used to that feeling of that kind of steering, which makes sense. It's a truck, and it's trying to steer like a regular car. Yeah. So.
Is it all electric steer at the rear, or hydraulic?
Yep, it's electric.
So you could essentially drift that fucking thing and steer the rear wheels in your drift.
Mm-hmm.
That is a very intriguing concept.
Yep.
And then
it's the first like real version of it. I think there was like an Audi or something like that came out, but that was not even like legit 100%. Like that would kick in and on. But I think it's like the first car manufacturer to actually add this, and it makes sense because that's like how airplanes do it. Like, you know, that direct wire to, you know, it's crazy.
Like you were saying, Kay, the old versions used hydraulics, like the VR4 Mitsubishi had, I think, and the 300ZX.
Yeah. And there was when you buy them to do them up, the first thing you do is you lock that shit out. Because it was so bad. It doesn't help you. Yeah, it doesn't help you. The geometry's not right. Having it electric means you don't have to try and proportionally valve the hydraulics. You just set it for what speed's going, and it's perfectly tunable at any point, like through an upgrade. It's the way to do it. It's really
Yeah,
intriguing when you take that construct with electric drive. Like, those two just pair perfectly.
Yeah, and like you were saying, Red Band, it's probably going to take them a few months to figure it out. Like,
Oh
figure
yeah,
out
and
what's
it's
the
all.
right game.
Luckily, it's all software. It's just software tuning. It's not like the hardware's already there, so it's like. Luckily, it's all software, and that's like one of the things. Like, it took me this long to put a reservation in because, like, no, I don't want the. I want it when it's like, okay, we're ready for prime time. We got this shit dialed down. We fixed all this shit. You know, I want that version. I don't want the early adopter version.
Sketchy.
Right. Yeah, the sketchy version. Yeah, I don't want the sketchy.
A steering linkage between the rear wheels, or is it both individual?
I believe they're individual. I believe it's individual.
Okay. So you can fuck around with parking then too.
You know what I wish? I also wish like Elon's next announcement of a truck is taking the Cybertruck and cutting off about, I don't know, the last 1/6 of it.
Cool.
Like making it more like a moonmobile, like, you know, like a little pickup truck, you know, like maybe chopping off 1/6 of it, one fifth of it, right at the end.
Tesla buggy.
Yep. That would sell a billion versions of it.
Fucking 5 point Shane, that's gold. You should open a store for mods and Cybertrucks and call it that.
Cyber tucking.
Cyber tucking. Because I was watching a lot of interviews, and you know, like when you live in Texas, so many people drive trucks out here, and nobody uses trucks. And so, like, if you could have the Cybertruck with, like, I don't really need the back, so if you could chop it in half, that'd be cool. You know what I mean?
Or you cut the back off and then put a camper van on it, and that's your Turo.
Oh, no, just cut the back
Getting
off
around
and have the
places.
camper van optional.
Yeah. Well,
Make
you
it a
can-
little
there's camper vans now where if you've got a tray, you can just put sides down and drive in, drive out. So you can take your camper van somewhere, drop the sides, leave your campsite there, and then go and explore with your vehicle with no camper trailer on the back. And then if you want to use it as a ute, you've got it. Super handy.
Oh, Janice, you're
Jay Leno
back.
showed the little tent package for the Cybertruck. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? That Cybertruck.
Jay Leno.
Yeah, the Jay Leno thing was cool. But you know what's cool about that tent package? Like, I don't know if that's official Tesla, but that's just one. Like, can you imagine all the aftermarket things that are attaching to? I do wish, and I think this is something that, like, is going to happen maybe in 8 months or so, that the window in between the cab and the back goes down, up and down. That's a no-brainer for campers that want to access their front from the, you know what I mean? Like, that's ridiculous.
Especially considering you don't have exhaust fumes coming back through that, so you could have that down the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Other than,
I think a lot of
I guess,
people
the
are going
drag.
to give feedback.
Yeah.
And that might be something they update in
Yep.
the future for sure.
That's a
Make
good
that
update.
motorized.
Yep, that's good update.
Have they got a
Also,
fridge?
laser washers. I can't wait. There's no arm to wash your window. It's just going to be
Yep.
lasers.
Gonna vaporize them.
Yep, just vaporize them like I'm talking about. Like I'm talking about this shit earlier.
The piss bag.
Piss
Taking
bags.
police helicopters above you.
Fucking
Yep.
windshield.
Dude, I might team up with Elon. We're on. Like, I want to get in on this. How do I invest in piss vapor? And it's like, oh no, it's also going to actually help like windshields in the future. It's like a windshield company that helps with piss.
Start with those vape manufacturers because you just need to upscale it. It's already, the tech's already there.
Janice,
Bigger.
what are you saying? You'll be back? You just got back.
I'll be back.
You just got back.
I'll be back. You should
Wow,
wear a
Janice,
Colonel
what are you talking about? What are you doing?
avatar saying that shit.
I'm sorry, guys. Janice has got the Christmas spirit, so she's been just playing for a bit.
She's 30. She probably need a nap.
And then playing some fruit game.
Sneak it up on your mistletoe.
No, she's just playing some fruit game
The-
on her phone and acting like she's doing
Fruit
VR.
stack.
Yep, that's all she does. Dude, she played it literally
We should go to that.
Like,
road.
I almost think that she's not
Fruit
sick
flop
at
and
all,
all that.
and she wanted an excuse to, like, she plays it for like 5 hours at a time, 6 hours at a time.
Oh my.
Like, she Bobby Lee's it, dude.
Wow. She's getting IPs from it?
I've never played a game that long after the age of 30. Well, I guess she's 30
What about
now,
this one?
so it's a ticking time bomb. Damn. You know the weird thing about Janice being so old now is today we were looking on my YouTube and no one was uploading anything to YouTube because it was the holidays. And that's my cable TV. So I'm like, it's really hard for me to like not just try to find something on YouTube instead of like going to like Netflix and watching like proper made TV. Like I am that into like YouTube stuff. And then I went deep and found like somebody I followed went live. It was one of those in real life streamers. And I'm like, wait, why am I following this person? And she was only getting like 4 views, 2 views. And then she was also streaming on Twitch that was like getting like 4 views, 5 views. And she actually ended up streaming for like 8 hours or something like that. But me and Janice just started watching like 2 hours of this. Like, why? What is going on here? And then I was like, how did I follow this girl? And I was like putting things in the comments like, I started speaking Korean using translating apps and stuff like that. And I was like, and me and Janice were just like watching this person. And then I was like, wait, why am I following this person? She was the girl that like, remember from a while ago who was streaming and some dude like creeped on her and like pushed her against like the wall and like live on her stream and
Yeah, it was like in a subway station.
yeah
Chick.
yep. I forgot I like followed her on YouTube. So we just watched her like last night, dark, like really late last night. And it was like so weird. This girl, like, that's all she does. And like people are like, I love you. I wish you would be my girlfriend. And she's like, I wish I had a boyfriend, but it's all about money right now, unfortunately. And like, she just, oh, it's so weird, dude.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
The
Is
state
she in
of
Hong Kong or
Logan.
Korea?
I think she's Chinese, but she was in Paris last night.
Yeah.
Her name.
Yeah, she was in Hong Kong when it happened, I think, from memory.
Yeah, I don't remember her name. And it was so funny because I was sitting there like really freaking out. I'm always freaked out like when I'm following something on YouTube and out of nowhere something just pops up and I'm like, wait a second, why am I following this? Did I get hacked? You know, type thing. And I couldn't figure it out. It took me a couple hours of watching this person and finally like I figured it out. Anyways, her name is May 5W on YouTube. On the stream, I'll show you right now. Hold on.
Honey new head strap.
I'm just showing how bad my VR or Steam VR chat is right now. What? All right, here we go. What was I showing?
Alpha.
Nope. This girl. Here she is. Anyways, I found out this girl. And what's weird is, oh, you can see my writing on the top left screen. She has her YouTube chat on the top, and I was using a Translate app to speak to her in Korean. Later did I find out that she was actually Chinese.
You were speaking to her?
I mean, I was texting to her.
Oh fuck.
In front of Janice. Me and Janice were both watching this together. Janice was like, and I go, Janice, look at the top left. I didn't know it was by the way, I didn't know it was that girl at this time. I just like, why am I following this girl? And then I added things like, the kimchi is probably on cucumbers. Oh, no, I said the kimchi is probably ketchup on cucumbers because she was in Paris at a Korean barbecue. I was like, that's not real kimchi. It's just, you know. She said she was drinking soup that tasted like fish, and I was just like, fish juice. They ran out of kimchi at this place. Anyways, I went to bed at this point. It was weird just watching somebody play with her hair that much. Janice taught me a lot about Asians. She has these contacts in that make her pupils bigger. So if you look at her contacts, it makes her pupils bigger. So she's more like an anime character. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh yeah, that's some scary filters.
No, it's not
Yeah,
filter.
makes her look sad,
No,
right?
this is not filter. This is her wearing contacts that make her eyes bigger. This is not filter. You have to step on grass. Step on grass, dude. She also, like, if you look at her eyebrows, notice her eyebrows are like right now. You this girl. Here she is. Anyways, I found out this girl, and what's weird is, oh, you can see my writing on the top left screen. She has her YouTube chat on the top, and I was using a Translate app to speak to her in Korean. Later did I find out that she was actually Chinese.
You were speaking to her?
I mean, I was texting to her.
Oh fuck.
In front of Janice. Me and Janice were both watching this together. Janice was like, and I go, Janice, look at the top left. I didn't know it was by the way, I didn't know it was that girl at this time. I just like, why am I following this girl? And then I added things like, the kimchi is probably on cucumbers. Oh, no, I said the kimchi is probably ketchup on cucumbers because she was in Paris at a Korean barbecue. I was like, that's not real kimchi. It's just, you know. She said she was drinking soup that tasted like fish, and I was just like, fish juice. They ran out of kimchi at this place. Anyways, I went to bed at this point. It was weird just watching somebody play with her hair that much. Janice taught me a lot about Asians. She has these contacts in that make her pupils bigger. So if you look at her contacts, it makes her pupils bigger. So she's more like an anime character. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh yeah, that's some scary filters.
No, it's not
Yeah, makes her
filter.
look sad,
No,
right?
this is not filter. This is her wearing contacts that make her eyes bigger. This is not filter. You have to step on grass. Step on grass, dude. She also, like, if you look at her eyebrows, notice her eyebrows are like, that ain't no eyebrow. That looks like you got, like, airbrushed at a carnival.
Yep.
Like, and Janice is like, no, that's so that Asian people appear more soft and, like, younger. It's big into Asians. And anyways, the worst part is Janice is Asian, and some of these like crazy Asian things that they do for beauty rub off on her. She's like, I want to get my eyes done just like her. Janice wants to get eye surgery to make her eyes bigger. See, look how big her eyes are. Yeah, eyelid surgery. You don't need that much eyelid.
Don't do that.
No, you don't need that much eye.
The bluff
He's not even here to take our support anyway.
I know. I'm just trying to get Janice back in here. So I'm talking about this Yeah, eyelid surgery.
No, I have not seen the new South Park. I
Mark
don't
the
have
time.
Paramount Plus.
New South Park, as you know how I always go, Janice.
Yeah, I thought you talking about it.
That's crazy, dude. That's like Alice to the moon. We should go somewhere else.
Was it Randy saying that?
No.
Talking about freaking
Oh, somebody else.
Oh, whoa! Somebody's got one ready to go. That was quick. Bud.
All right, let's go here. Snowed out.
Go. Oh, I've been wanting to check
Oh,
this
we've been
out.
here.
This
I've
is
been
the
here
one
before.
from,
I think I've been here. We came here recently, right? Yeah, we came here recently.
I might have missed it.
We'll just release
I remember.
it. Updated
Oh,
a few days ago.
I remember this shit. How do I turn off the audio though? Find the music player. Oh, do you guys hear? Do you guys hear the stepping in the snow sound? Oh, that's so great. You need to turn off the fucking audio.
That was very cool. The video player looks like.
They got the Edward Scissorhands
Where?
music.
I don't know where it is, but there's a button.
Yeah, there's somewhere there's a video player. We gotta find out. Video player. Wait, Stud, where's the video player?
I don't know, but I know that.
Oh, it's in the garage. Yeah, I think we've been here before. It was in the garage on the right. Yep. We were here the other day.
See, I told you Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, this place is rules.
Danny Elfman.
This is what it should look like in my house right now, but it don't.
I'm gonna go back out and listen to the snow. Oh, I wish it made. I wish it made foot. I wish it made it footprints though. It doesn't make the footprints. That sucks. That would be so satisfying.
And like crotch prints as I walk.
You know how satisfying it would be though if it made footprints and we could like the you know, stepping on other people's footprints.
angels.
Yeah. Like adding. I wonder if there is a snow angel world that's like accurate. Ah, look how glossy this one is.
Oh yeah, there was ice skating or something.
The rink, yeah, the rink should be over here where the lights are.
Yeah, the same guy
Shit.
directed it.
What?
Damn, that's crazy.
Janice, walk in the snow and listen to it.
I don't want to spoil it for you, so I won't say anything more.
What? What are you talking about?
But Mr. Robot. You know, have you ever seen that show, Mr. Robot?
Yeah.
You know that hat I always wear, Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the pre.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Mr. Robot is kind of about, well, society's still alive and well, but yeah, I even forgot what it's all about. But it's about hackers. It's about hackers.
Janice, I know. That's why I gave you that hat. How fucking cool it was. Yeah, I did. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
No, we got it in Loot Crate, and you're like, I don't like it. I don't watch that.
No.
shit.
What are you talking about? Shut the fuck up.
I mean, I could spoil it for you. If you wanted to spoil it, if you wanna watch
Don't spoil it,
No,
Shaybird.
I've been meaning to watch it for a while now.
He used to come. He used to come to the comedy store all the time too.
After you watch Mr. Robot.
What? What? VR chat just. What? What the hell? What just happened?
I'm like, I thought.
What happened?
Thought about what it was, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I have no idea what's going on. So I
You got
watching.
booted.
How did I come back though? Like I just reloaded in this world. Maybe it's because I'm using camera or something.
Christmas. It's a Christmas miracle.
Yeah, it is.
Your face is.
Yeah, this world
Welcome
has a
back.
ice skating rink and then a little hangout over there.
Oh, I wonder if it's because I turned off the audio. Now it's back on. God, where the fuck is that audio again? Is in here? Where the fuck is that audio? Oh God, I need to turn it back off.
There's a media player over here.
Oh, what it? Turn off. Oh, that was like no. You gotta keep that audio on. We're gonna hack you if you don't. Get out of here. Nope. Mm-mm.
That's it.
Holy crap, it's the stud above the pimp imposter. What are you doing?
Hey, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Hey, you smell just like me, like cottage cheese. Like you need to wash your inner thighs. You gotta get some patchouli or something.
Leave my family alone. Leave me and my family alone on Christmas. We're just out here.
I'm Stud Muffin and dead dog. I'm bloated because I died in a pool. I'm usually just a little chihuahua. I'm just a little chihuahua usually.
It's like Sam Kennett's an outrageous, hilarious comedy. But if you do it ever as a kid, this is a cure for dyslexia. Smarten up. Hey, smarten up.
Dyslexia aside.
Why I believe the Cosby women. Because when I was 19, I was a comedian. I was going to clubs in Boston, I went to this one club. I said, I'm a comedian. A comedian? Yeah. The guy said to me, how long have you been a comedian? I said, well, about a year. A year? He said, you got to be in the union within 6 months or it's a violation. You know that, don't you? I go, no, I didn't. This is the AGVA union, the stage, I said, no. You got to be, I can't even talk to you unless you're in the union. This guy gave me this whole big thing, So he says, hey, go down and see this guy. So I go down and see the guy in the AGVA office in downtown Boston. It's just an empty office with a chair and a guy in it, And I go in there, how you doing? The guy, he says, are you the guy that I just talked to so-and-so club? Yeah, okay. How long have you been a comedian? And I said, well, almost a year. Well, almost a year, that's a violation. I could fine you. And he goes on and on about the union, I said, well, I'd be glad to join. How much is it? He goes, $300 a year. I said, well, I don't have $300. And he goes, well, how much you got? I said, I got 75, and he takes my $75, right? And he writes on the back of his business card, Union Man, and signs it. And he goes, give this to the guy when you go back to the club. Now, I knew I was being taken, but much like the girls in the Cosby situation, when he invites them up to the room, you think, is this real? Is this going to be? So I gave the guy the card, and the guy took the card. He laughed in my face, said, no, kid, we don't need you. Not looking for comedians. I knew I had been taken for $75. But in a sense, I believe that maybe this was true. So when I would see something like those women with Cosby, people go, how could they be so stupid to go up to his room? I go, he's the biggest star on television. He's America's dad. Why would you not? If he saw you and thought you were good and told you so, why would you not believe him,
Right.
And so to me, that's one of those mistakes that just taught me empathy. It taught me to understand Letterman show. I knew Letterman got nervous.
Take a show. Howie's, I was doing these hidden.
The 10 o'clock show came out. And that's pretty much
the thought
audience. And I and I would read things that were so absurdly not true. It's like QAnon stuff.
To me up. I met him.
Ride to the ice hut later.
Yeah,
they
you were there
expanded and became, of course, Yeltsin.
Came here, comedy there, and I think
Like
before Sam, his friends.
Let me shut off my phone.
Philip.
A habit of,
I know,
like the jacket, people who wanted people she could mold, and the concept in New York. It might have been New York, but it happened, and an infighting starts. So I like Mitzi. I didn't think Mitzi was best to an apartment that she had for
teams. You know, there were your have,
and I tried not to play one against the other. Well, then he decided to pay everybody. That I remember
this world, right? Where you,
yeah, the cops are going to show up, and I'm not a cocaine guy. I don't drink. I just want to be a comedian.
You don't even really. And so is that?
Well, they're on a tangent.
Well, tangents are my life.
Yeah,
but show up on stage, and we.
Letterman was a great for our bunch of names.
Because good, and buddy following up. Okay, and elsewhere.
That I had been guest hosting, getting relative. I wasn't gonna.
I never.
Oh man, good luck. Whine and complain. People who watch show business. Oh, there's a happy guy. You don't never explain, never complain. Just go. You know, it's like now with the fat
to Joe.
Don't there any guys that work for me. By not whining, by not complaining, you get a whole silent majority of people that go, "Hey, I like the fact that you just put your nose to the grindstone."
But he no.
Oh, I will promote that. Work great.
So listen to this.
And
so,
he knew too.
No,
I remember.
So I know there is, and not you. I would have.
I mean, that was Johnny's sensibility.
Is on that show. They have been number 5 years on his content. 5.
Right. Oh, you know, to me, it's like retire. But I said, but I know if you look, when you make the kind of money you make in TV, to the average person, you have no problems at all. And your problems pale in comparison to theirs. So don't even bring them up. So I said, okay, so go the 5 years. See, the real thing that threw this was Craig Ferguson. Because I was number one. Conan was number one. All right, the deal was made. Leno, you're leaving in 5 years. All right. So I said, okay.
Well, slow down.
Okay.
Slow down. I want to make it really clear.
Mm-hmm.
You did not retire legitimately. You did not announce a legitimate retirement where you said, I've had enough in 5 years.
Well, I think I said,
I
think I said, yeah, they wanted me to say, I was saying, all right, that's fine. Okay, if that's what they want, that's what they want.
Not hard time.
Okay, all right. You know,
that company show. You can't.
Craig Ferguson came. The thing with
my life, my whole childhood, he cut me off to tell me.
I want to get this out. And so right.
The deal I made was Conan
calls the 30 a.m. You want to your staff, and anybody can't do.
I came back and
the fuck doesn't Jay defend himself?
You know what?
Fair.
It's the whole tenure, except for the first 18 months when Letterman had. We won't. We
they pretty fast to run it. 5 be interpreted.
One person was vocal, so therefore.
Yeah. Well, my favorite thing was when they came to me. I said, we've been number one for 14 years, and I'm not going to say which executive said, we want what's above number one. I said, well, I'm not. I don't know what.
Oh, you got to.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I just thought that was so funny, and they realized how stupid that sounded. They said what they were looking for was, I don't know, more pizzazz. When you do a show like the Tonight Show at 11:30, you can't be outrageous.
No.
Every night.
No.
It's like Sam Kennison, an outrageous, hilarious comedy.
Man on the street.
Man on the streets.
Is that? And you know.
And I was, okay, that was good. I take that. But
Does me
never went to her to do this, and then they told me, shut up.
Believe that. So that she not like my wife would.
Mom would,
Yeah.
right? Like if you didn't say anything.
But I'm saying no.
It's just this wide, and you've got this that reaches absurdly not true. It's like QAnon stuff.
Of you,
Mhm.
you have really.
That's right, Cap. I'm a huge believer in low self-esteem. Key to success. Smarten up, just get the same thing. Okay, and that's what I did. And you don't immediately assume you're the smart. Yeah, it really sucked. We have to do that. So the idea that you have some ego. Okay, my
question is,
Yeah.
they didn't fight to stay there for those.
money and it's lighthearted and you have
First and foremost, listen. I think you're loyal to your state.
in my life I learned from. There's a story I always tell about why I believe the Cosby women. But it's a so it's their business works. You got to be in this union thing.
Wow.
Well, they knew. Well, that's what I mean. I mean that's.
And then
Cars?
Yeah.
Well,
we're just you had 201 and how many?
I once sold. I'm not being screwed. I know what I'm doing. I never take my money from my main source of income. I use that to get other money. You know that. You get gigs because you're on America's Got Talent.
You said you never used your Tonight Show
No,
money.
I never touched a dime on my Tonight Show money.
You only used your stand-up money.
I just live on stand-up money because I like being hungry. If I don't work a week, I really do think I'm broke. I go, oh man, geez, what did I make this? I didn't make anything this week. All right, just give me the single patty instead of the double and a small Coke, no fries.
Do you still love stand-up? Will you keep doing it?
I love stand-up.
I see him at Flappers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love stand-up because you don't need anybody. You go there. And I like the idea of just being. I can do a show this weekend. Get checked.
Get car enthusiast.
Because when you're contented,
Do you still?
When you fall down. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Oh, ow!
What happens? Like
traffic. Yeah.
You're at a.
So
behind.
Like has a rear camera.
To go to your garage. I don't know. I bought back there. Only. I do know how to. My wife.
Right.
Yeah.
Took delivery of that in my garage.
Have that.
To be a different color.
Thing.
How easy it is to make money.
Kilometers. I heard.
Sense.
That's out in more guy.
Remember McLaren F1, which has for us, and go up so as I fly through the tunnel, cocaine, and
there were cops.
Yeah, they were undercover cops. Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Chevy.
Nothing. Watch his show. Good for him.
Get him.
Russia. I've been friends for a long.
This is
have no right to complain.
Except they
would do it tonight. Love that. Oh my God, he's funny without if Stevenson.
Yeah.
And he would get up and go, "We can't."
Had a conversation.
Mutual admiration. Well, he does, and his would like to see blank.
You
have any ill will to us. So yeah, that's no, but it's true. I don't mean that. I don't mean that.
I have a Robert, but I'm.
Do you know
not
he's not allowed to have a standard anymore?
Why?
Because you could tell how I've interrupted you throughout this.
You can't drive us.
I remember when you were not registered.
McLaren.
Why is it worth
20? I'm that.
Just like a dream.
I got off the plane
and 6 masks.
Take out the sun.
You still love stand-up?
Go on stand-up. My gigs because you're on every day. It's like drinking champagne every day. Now you're an alcoholic. Yeah, it gets a little tricky. It gets a little dicey. Now, if you ever stood behind a jet, you know how much heat it's like. Is there a car you'd want to drive?
Ever gotten car sick with my mom? So she said that you have.
No, I don't sell it. I saw all these 2 gang-looking guys with the teardrops.
Obviously, there was millions and millions and millions of people. I'm not.
We talk about whatever we do, whatever. Not one of those. And then this guy,
buddy.
Huh?
You.
Well, I mean, yeah, she knows.
If you didn't say anything, you would better believe that mom would say something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want your wife out there saying.
No, she wouldn't. You're not working at Sears, buddy.
Huh?
You don't work at Sears.
That's right.
The point is, I can't believe that Mavis doesn't know what went on.
Well, I mean, yeah, she knows.
And she loves you. So that she not, like my wife would.
Mom would. Yeah. Right? Like if you didn't say anything, you would better believe that mom would say something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want your wife out there saying.
No, she wouldn't. But I'm saying that she wasn't on your back to say, you got to say something, Jay.
No.
No.
No, because look, to say something to who? You've got an audience that's this wide, and you've got this little 10% a minority yelling and screaming that reaches a specific audience. And I would read things that were so absurdly not true. It's like QAnon stuff, you know.
Wait, that's not true?
Yeah, exactly. That's my case.
Can I say something here? I
Yeah.
just want to say that because I'm a little more distanced from all of this than the two of you. You have always been underrated, in my opinion. Nobody really appreciates how good you are at what you do.
Well, that's right, Cam. But maybe I'm a huge believer in low self-esteem. To success, the kids to get the same thing. And when they come up to me and say, "Hey, Jay," and that's so good, somebody will save you.
So my question is,
Yeah.
you were saying you didn't want to convince people to love you. It wasn't your job to want you there. But obviously there was millions.
And then the main room opened up. And it got to the point where people were buying. You know, it's one of those things where they opened up. Let me shut off my phone. Habit of sort of, she would and she was making a couple $100,000 a week.
Really?
And the comics said, "Hey, can we get cab fare or something?" And Mitzi was so insulted because she looked at the credit.
You get the Tonight Show.
Show business story, and you know you want to be as good as a. I'm not taking anything time. So this turned out where the apartment that she had for free,
and they didn't have.
And I'll have a. I want to get comedy because I didn't want to be there the day. Vegetable.
You should, because
grow up to be. He had the ability to just make noise and around the corner. Oh, Dave. He obviously went along with it. And it was tonight where I didn't defer to the age of, you know, I grew up in New England, you grew up in Canada. We didn't call our parents by their first names. You know what I mean? So when I would do John, good
that business, you the late night wars. I didn't understand.
Well, yeah.
Here, let me finish my sentence. I did not understand Letterman saying that as a friend, you did something wrong. You did nothing wrong. I would never got a part in a movie where I said contract.
There was said, "Oh, Dave, my kid's coming in from college. Suits. I want my son 20 years later." But it had more to do with the fact Dave, John,
but
he didn't go both.
Oh man, so sorry to hear. But nobody wants see somebody whine and complain. People who watch show business. Oh, there's a happy guy. You don't never explain, never complain. Just go. You know, it's like now with the whole. I get asked about cancel culture and all that. I go, if they don't laugh at the joke, they don't think it's funny. I don't care whether it's right or wrong. If they don't laugh at it anymore, you know, I can remember years ago people did black jokes on the Tonight Show and every place else. You know,
it's a different time,
or racist or anti-Semitic or any.
But that's not like cancel culture is where they'll tell you now that they won't hire you again because they deemed a joke inappropriate.
Well, in any way tolerate. Then of course they not whining by not complaining. Just
How do you not get that?
I've been in as Ian is.
I said no, I think he's funny, and I said, "Tell you what, he's
the story." Ultimately, masturbating.
Really, what it was because I loved her, and at that point, you know,
right? That was number one. Network. Every they say, "Well, we didn't say."
If you don't do that, you die of 1,000 paper cuts. You being disruptive or not. I want to go to the NBC. I said, so thing that threw this. I said, "Oh,
you didn't."
I think I said, "Yeah." They wanted me to say, I was saying, "All right, that's fine. Okay, if that's what they want."
I would have a.
And
no, never had.
Okay.
Or the difference between like that he made a fun. Oh, how?
Whoa, what's this all about? You know, because it's like.
So not only
I was thinking
you're and fun.
2 years, regardless of what happens.
At 11, go to jail. Amazing to your staff. No,
the end of the show to lead into the new. Yeah,
okay, so
probably would not have jumped to another.
Most loyal.
All these stories how, I came back and did to me, based on what?
So cathartic and not fair.
Years after it's all over. Okay, the Tonight Show was number.
That's
for
not
the
the
first
Tonight Show. Yeah,
for the cool kids.
You engineer On a night to go
on a
show, and we must work in under 4.
We want what's above number. And the idea was, do you want to be the cool guy and lose the Tonight Show after a few months, or do you want to keep it going? Well, the idea, it's a business. You've been hired to
do something.
I always heard
it.
If you like
2 stories,
and I didn't care, guys, talk yourself into the next good.
Celebrity, get me out of here.
Des from Howard.
I know
it's what he does, and that's fine. Okay, that was good. I mean, I don't hate Howard. It's what you got to take.
Say something.
I knew what my dad did.
That Mavis doesn't know what went on.
Well, I mean, yeah, she knows,
and she loves you. So that she not like my wife would.
Mom would.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't say anything, you would better believe that mom would say something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want your wife out there saying.
No, she wouldn't. But I'm saying that she wasn't on your back to say you got to say something, Jay.
No. Because look, to say something to who? You've got an audience that's this wide, and you've got this little 10% minority yelling and screaming that reaches a specific audience, and I would.
Just wanna, You have always.
He's serious.
Are you
Low
serious?
self-esteem is the key to success. Is to get the same thing. Okay, and that's what I did. And when you have low self-esteem, you walk in a room, and you don't immediately assume you're the smartest person in the room. When I did the Tonight Show, I said, let me find the best producer, best director I can, and let them do their job. And when they come up to me and say, hey, Jay, that thing you just did, it sucked. Yeah, it really sucked. Thank you. Nobody had to pussyfoot around. Tell Jay it looked fine, but we have to do that. And that's why the show worked, because we could call it exactly as we see it. So the idea that you have some ego, okay, my idea is if you're any good, somebody will save you.
So my question is,
Yeah.
you were saying you didn't want to convince people to love you. It wasn't your job to want you there. But obviously there was millions and millions and millions of people. I'm not talking about the
Right.
executives going through this, that you didn't have to convince that wanted
Right.
you there because you were number one. So you wouldn't fight to stay there for those people that were watching you. That
I
wanted to
was
see you?
fighting. I was fighting in my own way by the number of letters that I got saying, thank you so much for not getting down in the mud with the other people, blah, 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 blah. We turn you on every night, and it's funny, and it's lighthearted, and you have a good time, and we know you're going through this, and we appreciate. And yeah, I would say those more than outweighed my little petty, somebody said, my ego, I'm so fragile,
But it's not even your ego. First of all, I commend you. First and foremost, listen, I think you're a brilliant comic. I think you're a really smart person, and you're just dyslexia aside, that has nothing to do with your intelligence. You're a good person and a nice person, and I think that those are few and far between. And you're loyal to your friends, and you're loyal to your staff, and you're loyal to your wife.
Yeah, and it pays off though. But it pays off.
Hey, listen, you got a lot of stuff, and it did pay off. You had a #1 show. You got I think you have 4 cars now. 4.
I wouldn't change anything. And every mistake I made in my life, I'd learned from. There's a story I always tell about why I believe the Cosby women. Because when I was 19, I was a comedian. I was going to clubs in Boston. I went to this one club. I said, I'm a comedian. A comedian? Yeah. The guy said to me, how long have you been a comedian? I said, well, I'm about a year. A year? He said, you got a violation. Not looking for comedians. I knew I had been Cosby. People are good and grown-ups conduct business. Maybe this is the way show business works. You got to be in this union. I mean, I remember talking to friends of mine. Oh, these Cosby women, they knew what they were doing. They knew that they didn't, because I didn't know. I was naive. It's just a matter of being naive.
Howie introduced me to the president of show business once.
Who was that?
I just told him it was the president of show business.
Did he really?
I did. One time we were at the Comedy Store, and I said, "Look, I can't remember who it was, but it was a friend." I just said, "You got to meet. We got to make commission. This guy is vice president. This guy is the vice president of show business." And you were so.
I ran over there.
He ran over there, and he goes, "My name's Lou. I'm going to be on at 8." And then the guy said, "Will you watch me?" I remember you coming back to me and going, "Howie, you can't believe it. The vice president of show business is going to watch me tonight."
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, that's the perfect. That's the perfect case.
Can I just tell this story about you and this also illustrates how great you are? My Anna and you did an hour and a half. She
drive here today.
We borrowed for a few months.
Wait, you just get to borrow cars?
Yeah.
Well, I'm like a car influencer. I do the car show and all that kind of stuff.
Do you like this car?
It's
you have
nice.
to say
540 horse V6. Yeah, it's powerful. Fast car. I like Alphas. Yeah.
The beauty of working at NBC and seeing him, he was, when I used to do the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, it was I drove this.
I got 201 on the road and 168 motorcycles.
201 on the road. What does that mean? They're all working?
Registered, stickers and all that.
201 and how many motorcycles?
Many are not registered.
168, yeah.
What is the most valuable car?
Oh, that'd be the F1 McLaren.
Which is worth?
Maybe 20 mil.
Oh my gosh.
What year is that?
It's 1994.
Oh, it's used.
Imagine if you had a newer one.
Why is it worth 20 million?
They only built 64 and I paid $800,000 for it and people thought I was crazy. And then they just went nuts. I mean, one sold last May for 20.
Do you trade your cars?
Million.
Do you ever
no,
sell?
No, you don't trade your car. What kind of talk is that?
Well, to sell, like you don't want to make profit.
No, I never sold any. I don't sell cars. I keep them all.
Is the McLaren the one where it opens up?
The seats are in the middle, yeah.
And the doors open above the.
Yeah.
So
he's a real car enthusiast.
You talk about that garage.
My life made people, hey, Leonard, you're being screwed on that deal. And they tell me how I'm being screwed, and I go, wait a minute, you're living at the Oakwood Apartments. Okay, I have a house in Beverly Hills. I'm not being screwed. I know what I'm doing. I never take my money from my main source of income. I use that to get other money. You know that. You get gigs because you're on America's Got Talent.
You said you never used your Tonight Show money.
No, I never touched a dime of my Tonight Show money.
You only used your stand-up money.
I just live on stand-up money because I like being hungry. If I don't work a week, I really do think I'm broke. I go, oh, man, geez, what did I make this? I didn't make anything this week. All right, just give me the single patty instead of the double and a small Coke, no fries.
Do you still love stand-up? Will you keep doing it?
I love stand-up.
I see him at Flappers.
Yeah.
I love stand-up because you don't need any.
You don't even have the hat.
This weekend I go to Florida. Happy with what I have. See, you're contented. But then,
do you still ride?
When you fall down, yeah. Ouch! What do you think?
100-year-old motorcycle with no.
Yeah.
Your little nut. You are.
Yeah. If you ever stood right up close to me, and this motorcycle has a rear camera, I look at the camera and I see his front bumper going
melting,
just melting from just deforming from the heat, And I said, oh, geez, I got to pull away from this guy pretty quick, So
I've never had the opportunity to go to your garage. I've always asked you.
Anytime.
I have a friend
here.
You
want to be on the car show? I'll put you on the car show.
I would love to be. I don't know that much about cars.
You don't have to fool me. But do you have a dream car? Like, is there a car you'd want to drive?
I'll tell you something.
I feel like Alex.
I rented the Rolls to drive. I'll tell you, I have a friend here who I see him sitting there, Richard Rosenberg, who is much more of a car aficionado.
Oh, thank you very much for doing this, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Your place is the most impressive thing that I've ever seen someone own. Your garage. I shouldn't say garage because everybody thinks it's a garage.
Well, it's a garage.
You have 12 garages, 12 giant warehouse buildings filled with the most amazing cars I've ever seen in my entire life.
Well, there are a couple of amazing. A lot of them are just old cars that I like that are kind of fun, that have a good story. If a car's got a good story, I buy it.
I like how you're trying to downplay it, but I'm just telling you.
All right, well, I appreciate that.
As a fellow car nut,
thank you.
Not nearly of your proportion, but I was blown away. That place is insane.
Well, yeah, your video's up right now. People love it. It's almost to 200,000 hits. So.
Well, thank you very much for having me on. I really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. It was really cool. It was cool to be a passenger in my car and have you drive it around.
Have somebody else beat the crap out of your car? What's more fun than that?
How did you get started with such an insane collection? Like, what did you start out with?
I didn't. I used to work at car dealerships when I was a kid. I worked at a Ford dealership. I was in Anthony Quinn, just the greatest actor. Oh, you actually see stars. Need any other aspects of show business. 1641, right?
And Mike Knight.
For that. That's this type place or a deli at 2 a.m.
I used to work at
the guys that wanted to hang.
Yeah.
You know what's really funny? It's like you always see gangsters on TV, but when you're confronted by true psychopaths, it is unbelievable. Well, I told the story with Jerry once on his comedian coffee, but
I didn't hear it.
I got a call one day from Sinatra. He says, "Hey Jay, there's the Sons of Italy dinner in Italy. Can you do it? When is it?" He gives me the date, and I said, "Oh, Mr. Sinatra, I'm at the Holiday House in Pennsylvania with the Sons of the Pioneers. That's what I said, I'm opening for them on that day. I'd love to do it for you, but I can't do it." "Oh, okay." I said, "Oh, please, send me." Okay. A couple hours later, I get a call from Sinatra's agent. "Hey, we called the Holiday House. They said they don't need you." "What?" "They don't need you." "All right, guess I'm going to Chicago." All right, so I go to Chicago, and it's this Italian. I'm not going to use any of the real names because the people are still around. So we're doing this thing. It's at a golf course, and they say to me, "Listen, there's a priest here, so keep your act, clean." I said, "Yeah, okay, fine." So I go up and I do my little act. Fine, thank you, applause. I sit down. So this gangster guy gets up, He goes, "I want to welcome you all to this, this place, and wasn't going to say other ethnic groups. I'm not going to say anything." Well, the Hollywood clubs are great, but it winds up also, to me, you be that superstar. Robin came off and he said,
"Have an act that would work on 80s where they have."
"Who are you?" I said, "Oh, I'm the guy." "Oh." I'm like, "Well, look, I don't want to buy a hooker. I just, well, you're wasting my time in the." Hugh Hefner, I give him credit. He was the first guy. He was the first guy to let blacks walk through the front door of that club and play in the club. Dick Gregory, Louis Armstrong, all these acts, he treated them as equals, which knew Arnold then. And Arnold was enormous then. Guys my age now, and girls are going, probably by 50%, drop way, way off.
And I would go to the.
No, it's not that bigger and bigger. So the idea is to try and put that stuff aside. It's a lot of discipline.
That's verbatim. I bet you could go and show like a janitor.
Kid,
well, did you ever read his brother's book? It was a friend of mine.
Do you need any? On my iPhone. Okay, something? He came back like 18 minutes, really, because there's a lot of appearance.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. So you write 14, and then
I thought about it. I was like, man, that seems like
to something. Now everybody texts or sits. There's a social awkwardness to the iPhone. But when you put people in a little room, it's a little uncomfortable. Stored car.
50s.
A little bit.
I said, I gotta call Jerry, and of course you jumped on it right away.
It is the greatest car I've ever found.
Now tell us about this one, because this car was quite.
You're in now.
Right.
And I bought it because I thought it was pretty. Lines on a Porsche that don't make sense, that are there for no reason.
In the 50 thing, you realize all that Jim Crackery and the big fins and all that, they tried to say that the big fins stabilized the car. Yeah, all the
Cars will be like a little car. As you know, old cars.
Not possible, but it's the same type of deal.
It is very much that.
You know?
I do feel that.
Well, Jerry, this is a perfect day. They have the perfect road, the perfect.
Comedians in cars getting caught. Comedians in cars getting caught.
Hall, which is dumb as that sound in North Andover.
Intriguing question. Do you get calls on a regular basis?
want to sell it. And I said, what do you want for it? She said, I want $350,000. I know it's a lot of money, but I think it's worth it. And I said, what is it? She said, it's a Ferrari 275 alloy body.
I'm just so bloated. I'm just so bloated. I'm just bloated. Janice! Janice! What are you doing? You gotta play basketball with me. He's trying to get his dead, bloated dog back. You gotta grab this, Janice. What the fuck, Janice? Get it together, man. I swear, Janice likes when I play VR chat. Here, you take this. Janice likes it when I take play VR chat because that's her time to do heroin, I think. I think she's a secret heroin addict.
Oh, wait, no, that's bad. Don't do that.
Janice, are you doing heroin again?
Janice, I think.
Yeah, she's just nodding off. Oh my God. What if I don't even know that Janice is just sitting there like one of those like videos where you see like those people down the street just like being the zombies? Like Janice is doing that in her little crochet room.
Oh, I hear yelling.
Oh, no. I think I think she has recorded like certain phrases that she plays on her Bluetooth speaker.
Like Ferris
Like I gotta take the dogs out, or yeah, yeah. I think that's what she's doing.
Hi kids, we're home early. You guys remember the Top Boy commercial?
The world is a vampire.
Dude, I feel like the snow. I feel like I'm really walking in snow because of the noise.
I wish that it made footprints though, and if we all had little paws, like my feet look different than your feet.
Oh, now you're just pushing it, Brian. Hold on, that's getting a little crazy.
Well,
puppy
is it?
paws?
Is it crazy?
I'm talking about man feet. I got my big old man feet. I'm gonna walk around showing the women.
Whatever.
My footprint. You know what that means.
You got little. You look like summer. You look like summer sausage cut in half feet. Like summer sausage. Like you just took one of them big weenies and cut them in half. That's your feet.
Did you say linguine?
Summer sausage.
And the bottom part of
I'm
your
hungry.
leg is all cankle, stud.
You don't know what summer sausage is?
Almost okay. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll bench press
Alright, I'm back.
37 people with my legs.
Wow.
True. I did not make that.
Janice is now back.
How was your fix?
Janice, tell us what you learned from your journey.
Yeah, Janice, we found out that you're a party girl.